Hello folks, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, here with yet another wrestling review. I'm of course joined by my roommate and cohort, Joe. Say hi, Joe. He still hasn't gotten over what Scott Steiner did yesterday. So it's Friday night. It is 48 hours before the biggest Royal Rumble in WWE history, and it's time for SmackDown. And let's see how well the WWE books this particular event. I mean, this is a well-booked Royal Rumble, so let's see how well they do it. SmackDown starts with Vicky Guerrero, probably the most over heel in the entire company, to some massive heat, and says that because of the injuries he suffered last week from his attack, Teddy Long will not be on the show tonight, so she has appointed herself general manager of SmackDown. Before she makes any edicts, Randy Orton comes out. And for what it's worth, Vicky Guerrero looks totally and completely scared shitless. And given to what Randy has done, I mean, he's beaten up or assaulted pretty much every member of the McMahon family, barring the kids. So, what's a general manager of SmackDown going to do? I mean, he's not afraid of anyone in power, and it pretty much shows it when he comes to the ring. He starts talking, and she tries her little excuse me gimmick, but it's not working. She knows that shit doesn't work on Randy. Randy don't play that shit. He'll punt her in the head if she's not careful. So, he's pretty much doing the creepy rapist bit that we all know and love him for, and for some reason, people don't understand why the guy is over. I don't understand why he's over, man. What can I say? He's got that Stone Cold vibe. Like, he does heelish shit, but he's still a face. So anyway, Dolph Ziggler comes out to defend his girlfriend, and after getting in Randy's face, bad idea, Ziggles, he gets an RKO for his efforts. It just goes to show you, don't piss off. Don't get in Randy Orton's face when he's in the mood to rape. Alright, our first match of the night is a Divas tag match between Lay Cool and Kelly and the NXT Season 3 winner, Caitlyn, I think her name is. I don't know, I don't care. So it starts off with Kelly and Caitlyn jumping Lay Cool as they come out to the ring. Very heelish tactics, I know. And the match itself is okay. Slightly better than the Knockouts match that was last night on Impact, but okay. It ends with Michelle McCool, Mrs. Undertaker, pinning Caitlyn, and they walk out triumphantly. The next match, which flows into this one, is a match between Drew McIntyre versus JTG. Now, I will say this much for JTG. He actually has made an excellent transition from a tag team wrestler to a singles wrestler. Watch some of his work on Superstars. It's some good quality matches. I will also say this: Superstars has become a very good show overall, and it's become a major part of my wrestling viewing material. It's gone from a clip show to an actual show to showcase mid and lower card wrestlers, and it's done wonders for people like who has it done good for? Like JTG, for example, Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith. Good proving ground. It was a good ground for William Regal to get some fans over, and even someone like what's his name, Darren Young to get over. Darren Young has proven himself to be a very good in-ring talent, so this is a good progression for JTG. And I also have to call out the fact that in the previous weeks, what Michael Cole brought up was the fact that Kelly in the weeks has said that she didn't approve of Drew McIntyre's overtly vicious and brutal tactics and sneak attacks, but the fact that she just tonight attacked two women from behind in a cheap sneak attack, it's very hypocritical of you, Kelly. Very hypocritical. Alright, the match is actually very good. JTG and Drew really play off each other. I like JTG's in-ring style, and it matches with Drew's new ferocity. They found a new angle to go with him, and I don't know what they're going to do with him and Kelly, but I like the way they're going with Drew. But it ends when Drew hits his Future Shock DDT and walks out as Kelly gets in the ring and watches him leave. Possible Kelly heel turn? Who knows? Alright, moving on. I'm consulting my notes. Excuse me. I had a bonus jack meal today, so I'm pretty full. Let's see. Going on. Actually, we have a vinaigrette backstage we have a promo backstage with Dashing Cody Rhodes, but his back is to the camera. I didn't know who it was at first until the interview actually said his name. And according to him, because of Rey Mysterio's actions in their match last week, Dashing's nose is broken and will require him to have reconstructive surgery. And all I gotta say is, fuck you, Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah, I said fuck you. Yes, that's right. Everyone knows I am a Dashing Cody Rhodes mark. I love the guy. Unlike Ted DiBiase, Cody has actually put himself over with this gimmick. He didn't really have anything. They took away his knee pads and they gave him a jacket with a mirror on it, and he ran with it. This gimmick works for him. But it's a shit. And he also says that he won't be able to participate in the Rumble because his face is so bitched up. And I have to say this is the best promo Cody Rhodes has ever done. It was a lot of passion. It was well spoken. I mean, he really tapped into his inner Rhodes. He really tapped into his father's wealth of charisma. Even without his face showing, he oozed more charisma and had more skill on the mic than Ted DiBiase had in his entire body. I mean, you actually felt sorry for him. He even quoted Batman Begins. He said, "It's not what's in a person that matters, but what it does. I mean, it's not what's underneath that defines us. It's what we do that defines us." And I have to say, that was one of his best promos, if not the best. Ted, take some notes from him. That's how you get over. That's how you work a gimmick. Alright, moving on, checking my notes right quick. We have another Michael Tarver sighting as Alberto Del Rio makes his way to the ring. Now, this is kind of an internet joke right now. These sightings are like watching Sasquatch. You're not sure what you're seeing, but it's like seeing Sasquatch or the Loch Ness Monster. You'd be like, oh my God, there's Michael Tarver. He stands out, but you really don't pay attention to him until after you realize you're seeing him. After you realize you're seeing him, he's gone. I don't know what they're doing with him, but this is very good. And by the way, a friend of mine on the CBR forums showed me an old shoot promo of Michael Tarver, and my God, what the fuck were they doing with him? I mean, that was one of the best promos I've seen out of the guy. I mean, Matt Striker, you're a dick for not letting him talk in his last promo. His promo work is good. Better than I thought he was. And this was before he came to the WWE. Back when he was an independent, he had this menacing but overly intelligent vibe about him. And right, he's getting that vibe back. I don't know what they're doing with Tarver, but I'm excited to see what he does. I mean, they're doing a lot with these young rookies. I mean, leaving Nexus was a good thing for him now, since they can probably repackage him as something else. They did wonders for Darren Young. He's over with the crowd, so I hope it works out for him. So we move on to we move on to Alberto Del Rio having a special exhibition Royal Rumble. The man destined to be the winner of the Royal Rumble. He beats a bunch of jobbers, and then Kane comes out, and the two of them have words. Then they start to slug it out, and then Kofi Kingston comes out. He throws them both over the top ropes. Good push for him. But then they decide to jump him. Then Rey Mysterio still hate you, jumps in and they start to feud when Vicky Guerrero screeches in saying that she will not have chaos on her show. So what does she do? It's going to be a tag match between Rey and Kofi versus Del Rio and Kane. The match itself was pretty good. It was a very back and forth, very not a good contrast of styles. All four men looked very strong and showing that they could win the Royal Rumble if they wanted to. I'm not so sure because Rey is not even being considered for winning. He's already won the Rumble once and he's already been in for the longest, so he's not winning. And Kane, well, Kane still holds the record for most people eliminated in a single Rumble, so he doesn't even need to win it. So it's either out of Kofi or Del Rio, and I'm pulling more for Del Rio than I am for Kofi. Not that I hate Kofi. Kofi's an excellent in-ring competitor, but I gotta go with Del Rio. He's the man. So anyway, at one point Del Rio gets in Kane's face. Kane boots him in the face and leads him to the dogs, which ends up with Kofi and Rey winning the match. So I'll just say that. Next, the Big Show comes out and cuts a promo, saying that the Core made two major mistakes. One, they made him angry, which is a bad thing for them. And two, they made him realize that he might run into a situation like that in the Rumble. Despite being the biggest guy, he's no good when people jump him or team up over him. Sorry about that, that's the phone. Anyway, moving on. This is in the middle of his promo. The Core comes out and they surround the ring. He calls out each one of them, saying that each one of them wants a piece of him. So Mr. Wendy, aka Heath Slater, decides to answer the challenge. We have a quick match where Big Show completely destroys him. Then the Core jump him, but soon he is aided by members of the, well, Cole said SmackDown roster, but it was more Raw people on there. So the Core run away, leaving the remainder guys to stand tall. And Cole brings up a good point. They're all hugging the Big Show and shit, but when it gets down to it, this Sunday, every man for himself. Let's see, what else? Should be the main event net. Yes, the main event. The Miz and Dolph Ziggler versus the return of rated RKO. That's right. And Michael Cole, of course, shows us how he's able to give someone a blowjob and while standing completely straight up. Only Michael Cole can do that. This was a good match to promote both title matches this Sunday, as all four men looked particularly strong. It was a wild and ferocious event, culminating in Dolph Ziggler getting speared by Edge, resulting in a 1-2-3. But just when Edge was trying to celebrate, Vicky Guerrero chimes in or screeches in and saying that for the betterment of SmackDown, she is banning the spear. Now this really came out of left field. This surprised me. I didn't really think she was going to add a stipulation to this, but she said that if Edge uses the spear this Sunday, not only will he be disqualified, but he'll automatically lose the belt to Ziggler. So Edge is like, wow, I can't use the spear. I mean, I'm completely and totally screwed. Oh well, if I'm not going to be able to spear him, I get it out of my system. So he proceeds to spear the shit out of Dolph Ziggler 3 more times. The last time being him going to spear Vicky Guerrero, but she moving out of the way, allowing her man-meat Dolph Ziggler to take another spear. So that's how SmackDown ended. Thoughts? Had some good matches. Great promo work by Dashing Cody Rhodes and a few other choice individuals. It was a great build-up to this Sunday's Royal Rumble, and I'm very excited for this Sunday. So, what'd you think, Joe? He likes the chorus theme music. It's gay. But anyway, So that's my video. Tune in tomorrow night as I give you a special Royal Rumble video preview for the Royal Rumble, where I express my thoughts on who I think has the most chance of winning this Sunday at the Rumble. I have my own picks. I've looked online and I've seen a lot of people have their own lists, and I agree with some of their predictions, but I'm going to just give you my pick on who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble. If you have a personal pick, please let me know at the bottom of the screen, a comment. Please subscribe and let me know what you think of the show, and I'll keep giving you what you need. So that's the show. Until next time, this is shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, and Joe saying good night and wrestle on.